Gaming guru and fan nextleveltaken here with another installment of Why Did I Buy This Game? Featuring Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. A game that I was originally really hyped up for and psyched about and excited to play, and then I actually got to playing it, and I would play a few levels here and there, and then I'd get bored with it, or I'd get a little frustrated with it, and it's mainly down to the jump mechanic. It seems that they've taken Crash 3's jump and put it on Crash 1 and 2. And I know why they did that, so that the jumping system was uniform across all three games. Sort of makes sense, but sort of frustrating for somebody like me that had beaten all three games on the PS1 back in the day, to now have to deal with this and get used to a different jumping mechanic. Like the hitboxes, the collision is just a little bit off. I know there's a lot of people out there say, oh, get good and get better, and there's plenty of people that platinum this game, so it's not that hard, but it's just frustrating mechanic that I just grew tired of. It was cumbersome. I never got used to it. For some reason, you jump across bridges and you'd slip off. You would land and then you would slip at the last second, and that was just totally frustrating. I'm sorry that I don't have that exact moment clipped, because it's just the most frustrating thing in the world. And it was great that they added new levels. It's great that all three Crash games are here, but it's really a shame that Activision hasn't done anything with Crash. They haven't moved the series forward. Naughty Dog did great with the original trilogy. Naughty Dog also did great with Crash Team Racing, which also got remastered. I haven't played that yet, so I can't really comment on that. And I haven't played the reboot or remaster of Spyro, but I was never that big of a Spyro fan anyway. But as far as Crash Insane Trilogy, I bought it when it first came out. I think I spent $39.99 on it, but I really hardly ever played it. I've traded it recently. I'm so frustrated with the game. I don't know, I could never get into it. The bonus levels were great. I'm glad they added some new content, and the fact that it was free. I mean, anything free from Activision, oh my god, stop the presses. That's just insane. I didn't believe it, but it's actually true. So that stuff's good, but the core mechanics, the jumping, is really what ruined it for me. And then just the fact that I guess these games haven't aged as well as I thought they would. I think, though, that a little bit more polish, they could have added a little bit more to this trilogy. A little bit more bells and whistles, a little bit quicker loading times, 60 frames per second, especially when you consider these graphics aren't that great. It's not really pushing the power of the PlayStation 4 Pro or the Xbox One X. But Vicarious Visions, I feel, dropped the ball when it comes to all that. I don't know if they try to get Naughty Dog involved in this. I mean, I'm pretty sure Naughty Dog's too busy at this point in time anyway. But it's a real shame, because I think Naughty Dog could have done a better job at remastering these titles. And I have more fun playing these on the PS1 or the PSP than I do on the PS4. Which is, strange, but true. I'll have to admit, another cool addition was the ability to play as Coco in any of the Crash titles. So that was a nice little bonus. And, overall you're getting 3 games for the price of 1. But when you consider that you can get the original titles for $5.99 or less in some instances and play them on the PSP, I don't know why they're not Vita compatible. I mean, I do know why they're not compatible with the Vita. There was a bug at some point in time where they were playable, Spyro and Crash and a few others, on Vita. But they're not meant to be played on Vita, and most people can't play them on the Vita. And the reason being, because they were going to remaster these, and it makes sense to, if you want to play it, well, then you got to go ahead and buy the new remastered edition. So financially it makes sense, but it's sad to see a great mascot of the original PlayStation, just go the wayside. I mean, I'm glad he's back in the forefront. I'm glad people are still talking about him now with Crash Team Racing and this game. But I really don't know if anything's going to come from it. I mean, really, I doubt we'll get another Crash game. And if we do, the history of non-Naughty Dog Crash games is pretty piss poor. So I'm not expecting much in the way of future Crash games, which is unfortunate. It's a shame that Activision holds the license. I really don't know how Sony dropped the ball with that one. How did you let Crash go? He was a mascot. You had him in all the commercials. I don't understand that. But Naughty Dog's come a long way since Crash games. They've come a long way since Way of the Warrior. That was Naughty Dog's first game. It was on the 3DO. If you want to see how bad that was, it was like a Mortal Kombat ripoff, but it was really, really, really bad. So check out Way of the Warrior. Go YouTube that. But Crash and Sane Trilogy, some people love it. I just don't. I like the original titles. I can't get behind this one. And I mean, some of it's my fault. You know, maybe I'm not as good as Crash as I used to be, but again, I had no problem beating a Crash games in the last couple years on the PSP. So I think the real fault is the jumping mechanic, the hitbox, the collision detection in this game is just a little bit off. It's offsetting, it's off-putting to me anyway. Maybe people have never played this game before, you know, they can get used to it right away and it clicks instantly. You have to have a good running momentum. You have to time your jumps really well. But for me, it's just a major turn off, and I just got bored with the game and I didn't want to progress any further. And I didn't. I didn't really get far in Crash 1, 2, or 3. And again, maybe some of it's just that the series hasn't aged as well as I thought it would. But I still play the Mario titles, I still play Sonic titles. I mean, Sonic Adventure hasn't aged gracefully either. But Crash Insane Trilogy, I definitely don't feel like it was worth it at $39.99. Maybe it was a title I should have rented in hindsight, or should have traded a lot sooner and gotten most of my money back instead of waiting so long and getting, you know, next to nothing. And I'm sure I'm going to get a lot of downvotes on this video. I'm sure there's a huge amount of Crash fans out there that maybe disagree with me. But that's the beauty of the internet. That's the beauty of things. We can agree to disagree. You can have your opinion and I can have mine. But for me, this game, it just made me question why I purchased it, why I continue to play it, why I didn't get rid of it sooner. I wanted to like it, I wanted to love it, but I just felt like I was forcing myself to play a game that I really just wasn't enjoying. I was more frustrated than anything, and it wasn't worth it to me to keep playing this. There's a comment section below. Let me know what you think about anything that I said in this video. If you agree or disagree with anything I said. If you played the original trilogy, or if you've played any of those original titles, or if you played this one. If you've played both, that's even better, because you can really compare the two. So if you agree, disagree, that's fine. Just let me know in the comment section below. Leave a like, be sure to share. Thanks for watching the video. It's another installment of Why Did I Buy This Game with Next Level Taken. Thanks for watching. Till next time.